And we're live on match day as Doug reaches for a buffalo wing. He's got it! Oh, and he's gone for a can of Pepsi too! What a finish! There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi.
What's going on, everybody? It is Ryan, Larry, and William Tincup. You're listening to The Barf. William, you're wearing another beer shirt?
Yeah, man.
45 yesterday.
That's right. That's right. It's I had a guy ask me about it. I was at the pulmonologist yesterday.
I was gonna say, like, you wore the Colt 45 to your doctor.
Yeah.
Do you drink?
This is an African American guy. We're in the elevator. The guy's like, he goes, Colt, right? I said, well, I graduated to OE. Colt was where I had to start because I didn't have any money. He goes, trust me, I've had plenty of both. I'm like, we just joked about it because it's like, it's paint thinner. Like malt liquor is the worst thing in the world. That's why it's sold in poor neighborhoods.
It goes down so nicely. I'd rather have. I know this is going to kill everybody who is like a craft beer enthusiast and all that.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a Colt 45 wide mouth.
Yeah.
Any day. It goes down easy.
It does.
It's got good carbonation to it. It just goes down.
It's just not healthy. It's just not good for you. Like as if any of them are good for you, but yeah.
Yeah. So are they still like $1 now, or like what's the cost?
You can pay for them with pennies. If you're in the hood of the barrio or in a poor neighborhood, you can buy loose cigarettes. They're called loosies. So you get you a Colt, you get a loosie, so you get one cigarette.
Yeah.
Then
all right.
Go ahead and smoke a cigarette. It's kind of a funny bit.
Let's see.
No, they've probably gone up in cost. Not in quality.
No, not in quality. I'm Googling now to see.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. If you DoorDash, here. Let's see.
Get you a 40.
This is making for riveting podcast.
You need a 40 for this week just to get you through.
I do. Whoa, $3.50.
Hey, inflation's a motherfucker.
Holy cow.
Just say is what it is.
$3.50 for a Colt 40. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
But you go and look at what a 18-pack of Coors Light is, and it's $24.
Yeah.
So, everything's everything's more expensive.
There's we'll have to cut this clip out and share it because there's a group that I hang out with here. They're doing the Genesee, Jenny out whatever.
Yeah.
67 cents a can, something like that. And like it's high quality or Miller Extra Light. How about that?
So Moosehead, I don't know if you had Moosehead back in the day, but Moosehead Canadian beer, and it had a higher alcohol content.
Yeah.
And they used to have these shirts that were called the Moose is Loose. So they'd have this bit, but on the back it would say the Moose is Loose in Texas. And it was a good if as an import from Texas. It was a good beer. I had many good times drinking Mooseheads.
Yeah, I was not bougie with my beer. Colt 45,
well,
Coors Light.
Mine was because I worked at Albertsons at the time, and I would ring them up for my friends. So I was bougie only because I was stealing.
We only recently got beer in stores near us, probably within the last couple of years. It's a whole new thing.
Shit, we always had beer, and I'd make that sound, so the beeping sound, so beep. My friends would come in and get cases and cases, and then I'd get off work in like an hour and I'd meet them out in the parking lot. It's like, so when you have a setup like that, you're going to drink the most expensive beer you can get your hands on.
Yeah.
Because why would you? Why wouldn't you? Yeah. Like, I'm not going to get Zima if it's free.
What's wrong with Zima?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Zima.
That was my first.
Or Keystone. I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I'm just like, if you're getting it for free, why not get the most expensive stuff that's in the grocery store?
I guess. So, all right. So this episode is sponsored by our friends over at Fama. We love y'all. Thank you.
100%.
They've been around a couple of years now. Fama. They
have been a sponsor of our good work for longer than I can remember.
Yeah,
actually.
since before we. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they've been around. So if you haven't checked out Fama, please do. They got some cool stuff. But you know what's even cooler? You got a story to talk about.
I do. And I think you're going to like both stories today, but let's do the first one first.
Probably not.
Toxic leadership. A manager told an employee that after a car accident, going to the hospital showed the wrong mindset. The manager argued that skipping medical treatment and returning to work immediately would have demonstrated a real commitment to the company.
Walk it off, son.
This.
That's what I tell my kids. I'm like, walk it off.
I had a coach tell me that, actually. That was some funny stuff. Anyhow, this is from the Economic Times. You go. Okay. This is a real story, not from the Onion. You go read this up. And so, basically what comes across when you read it is the employee's replaceable now more than ever. The work is urgent. The company comes first. The funny thing is leaders who think this way also describe themselves as a people first company or manager, etc. So the question I have for you is, what's the craziest thing you've ever heard a manager say with a straight face?
Ooh.
Straight face, looking right at you.
That's a good. I haven't had any crazy stories. I really don't.
You worked in staffing. Come on.
I really haven't.
Come on. Enterprise Rent-A-Car. You don't have a story from a manager asking you some dumb shit?
No, but I did think, I'll go back to that in a second. I mean, I have had some asshole managers.
And
we talked about them.
That's 100%.
At Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and this is back, for context, this is back in like 2000, 2001, so this is a long time ago.
Right.
I remember getting out of a car, and I pinched my back.
Oof.
My lower back.
Yeah.
To this day, it bothers me all the time, like random time. I can lift weights, be in the gym, nothing. I lift up a box or I sit down too long. It is murder. It's awful. Right. And
it's a
stuck
muscle
with me the entire time. And I remember I went back to the office and I had said something, like, hey, my back hurts, all this stuff.
They didn't want you to report it because it would have been a workplace injury.
No, well, ultimately, they didn't stop me, but I did do that. But I finished my shift because my manager, he wasn't like, finish your shift, sissy. No, he was just like, you're good, you're good, just stay in the office, like you're fine, go after work or whatever. And I did, but it was like days before because you're 20 years old at the time. You're not.
Well, you think you're invincible, so some of it is the mindset of a 20-year-old. Okay, so there's that.
Yeah.
But the irony is with muscle spasms, muscle injuries in your back, the more you stay active, the better.
Yeah, well, I wasn't active. I sat and I milked it, and it was weeks of like physical therapy, which was stupid. It was like this stretch, that stretch, and I probably should have stuck with it because I wouldn't be dealing with it now.
Did they make you go to a chiropractor?
Crazy. I have been to a chiropractor as an adult, yes.
Right.
And I do like me some chiropractic work. Chiropractic. How do you say that word?
Is it chiropractic?
Chiropractic, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
So I think the thing with that is it's temporary. So they put things on you to make you feel good for that moment, maybe the next hour. Right. Problem is it just regresses.
Right.
Back to the same spot. So, anyhow.
Well, that's I need stories. I do not have William stories. There's no doubt about it. My life has been boring. But I think I'm going to make one up. And
Bring it.
I'll share it later. All right. So let me ask you this: Could your company's AI chatbot become a witness in a future lawsuit?
100%.
That is fascinating to me, right? So this is an article. I found this on I read this the other day on Reuters. And so
Reuters.
What I say?
Rooters, like the plumbing.
I did say Roto
Rooter. I don't know where your mind is, but it has nothing to do with indoor plumbing.
It's been a week. We have graduation tomorrow. And 2 graduations tomorrow. And if it rains, graduation will be on Friday, and then they cancel the last day of school for everybody else through 11th grade in the district. So It's just a hot mess. And we got the graduation party coming up. Got to build a lemonade stand. Let me tell you this. This is way off topic. Let me tell you this story real quick because I feel like
a lemonade stand.
Yeah, I feel like the listeners are going to be like, forget HR. Let's talk about the lemonade stand, okay? So lemonade stands. I don't know how it is in Texas, but in PA, lemonade stand is like it's mind blowing, right? Every graduation party has to have a lemonade stand with all the different flavors and all this fancy crap. So me, daughter wants a photo booth. I'm like, I can make a photo booth. So I go and I get free pallets last night. I haven't told you this yet. I got free pallets off of Facebook Marketplace last night because I'm like, we can do this. I found the photo. I go and I get the pallets. Not what I wanted. They were designed differently. I'm like, I can make this work. Now I've got 8 pallets sitting in the truck, in the driveway. And I'm like, party's in 3 days and I'm not fucking doing this.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm done. Like, it's not going to work.
You can rent a photo booth.
You got to pay for that. No. I'm Facebook Marketplace, gallon of paint. We're good. Gallon of paint that's old in the garage. Now, it gets better. It gets better. So now we're doing this lemonade stand. And instead of using a folding table, I'm like, it'd be pretty cool if we just used the pallets. Let's make a little bar out of it. And so I start looking them up. And there's a lot of nice ones out there. So now I'm about to embark on making a lemonade stand just before the party.
So my boys did a lemonade stand once. Michael made them all the pictures, and they helped with that stuff. And then they went out on the corner. Our house is situated on a corner. Mm-hmm. And so they went out on the corner. They put the table out, this, that, and the other. They had some customers. They stayed out all day. Mm-hmm. And I remember Henry bringing all the stuff back in. He was like, yeah, that I won't do that again.
No. Well, this is for the party. This is for.
Oh, no, I know.
Yeah. This
was for sales. And the as they say, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze.
Yeah, no doubt. So anyway, all right. So back to regular scheduled programming.
Yes,
AI. So AI chatbots or AI being a witness in a future lawsuit against the company. So this was essentially a legal analysis, an expert legal analysis. It was an article. There's nothing on case study or case law yet. It was written for lawyers and legal professionals. And so the article discusses the legal concepts like they called it the privilege waiver, their discoverability, the evidence preservation, all that stuff in the context of AI use.
Right.
And so when employees are using AI, when employees are leveraging whatever AI you're giving them, they're taking company records, company documents, company results and reporting and all this stuff, client data, dropping it into AI and conversations that employees are having back and forth. Hey, William said this. How do I reply to this email? And in that email that you sent, you said, hey, I've got a way to grab an extra $50 or $100 a paycheck or whatever, even if it was a joke, whatever it was, it's now in there.
Yeah.
And what they're saying is now this can be potentially used as a way or as evidence against you in
it's real. So there's no change, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything groundbreaking here.
All HR data, everything, your emails, your Slack communications, every piece of data, payroll data, compensation data, everything is an exhibit.
Yes.
In a trial. So you have to think like that, like everything that, again, your communications, all that stuff, that's all fair game. Mm-hmm. That's how when someone reports a sexual harassment claim, they do an investigation. That's some of the stuff they're going through.
Sure.
They're interviewing people, but they're also going through data.
Yeah, of course.
And so AI is just an extension of it's more data.
It's an extension of it. And what the article was saying was how it increases the insight into what it was.
Yeah.
So because
it can contextualize something. So it's like, hey, I think we can get $50 more out of a particular client. That's not necessarily a bad thing or a bad conversation.
A bad thing, but I'm talking extortion, like something, right? Like you're talking bad about somebody, or William says something which you probably would like. Hey, that guy, he's an asshole, or he does this, or he does that. then I take that, like, how do I reply to this? What do I do? This and that. Now it has the entire, and employees are much more apt to put the information in, and it's already been shown.
Because they want to, because they want to contextualize it.
Right.
Like,
and so
I can't just say, how do I respond to an asshole email?
Yeah. Well, now the evidence is the amount of potential evidence is significantly more.
Oh, 100%.
Because
getting deeper by the day.
Yeah, well, previously it would just be over email or you know, memos or whatever. Now we're taking, not we're, but people are taking, because nobody would hire us. They're taking full blown reporting.
Oh yeah,
customer data, and they're dropping it in, whether it's company secured or not. It's part of that evidence group that they can then use. So anyway, I thought it's on Reuters. Check it out, because
Reuters.
I know I keep saying that. Reuters. Not against a new thing.
Yeah, Rooter. That's what, like, every time you say that, I'm like, Rooter.
Yeah, but you say water. What are you drinking? Water.
Because that's what it is. Water.
It's water.
So, all right. So first of all, that's a great story, and that's just going to keep compounding, as you said. Yeah. All right. So you mentioned pharma at the beginning of the show. I wanted to ask you a question.
They do something bad?
No, not at all. They actually got a new round of funding. They did something good. Nice. So what's a predictor or signal from social that indicates in your mind a good employee or a bad employee? Like, what would you be looking at?
Online?
Yeah, social.
Honestly, I can go down a rabbit hole on this, but I don't want to just blanket it and group it and say harassment and things like that, but there are, and this is more maybe a bias of me. However, when I look at it, the way in which people talk, how they talk to people, how they comment on people, I'll just stay on you so we're not implicating other people.
Sure.
But you post something, right? So you recently posted Van, which we should probably even mention, right? He's at Seabase. Yeah. Now, what if I would have made comments about something, I don't know, not nice about Van, right? And I'm talking down and all that type of stuff.
Right.
Those are, I think, the simplest indicators for me on the inside of the person. Now, election time, all this other stuff, like so many crazy things that happen. Yeah. Right.
And it all happens right there on social, on all of social. So not just Twitter. It happens everywhere. I think the thing for me is, we talked years ago and up till now, we've talked about bringing that whole you to work, which I've never really bought into.
Well, like 23% of you.
Yeah.
I don't even want all of you here.
Yeah, see, like, and so, like, if somebody's railing on Verizon because they got their bill wrong and they can't kind of get it right, and etc., like, you got to get their attention for them to respond. I don't mind that. Like, I think some people would look at it and go, well, they're taking a brand to task, it's negative and this, that, and the other. I'm like, well, they're actually sticking up for themselves.
Sure. I mean, if there's 33 of those postings.
Hey, if it takes 33 to get a response.
No, I mean 33 different brands. Like, they're just hammering every brand. There's
right. That's exactly right. That's a great point. If you're just a hater and you're just hating on everyone, okay. I probably, again, that's a bias, but I probably don't want to work with you because I don't need that negative stuff in my life. But if you're fighting for yourself and you're fighting for your own rights, like, I got no problem with that. Mm-mm. But I think sarcasm and people that have a really dark sense of humor, I think that doesn't translate really well to the internet, because it can be taken really easy out of context. Mm-hmm. And so people then water that down and want it to be, I want the perfect person. They've never, you don't see pictures of them doing a keg stand and drinking beer from a funnel and stuff like that. It's like, we're human beings.
Yeah.
Like, why does that even matter? Like, unless you're thinking about this, like, this is where we get wrong with our athletes, entertainers, and politicians, and anybody in that area, is that we want them to be perfect, and no one's perfect. So why would we expect Alex Rodriguez or so-and-so to be perfect?
From a career perspective.
but here's the thing. Yes and no. If that person, let's say it was the keg stand deal, and every weekend they're on a keg stand and they're tailgating at whatever games, and that's their bit, but they're a high potential and a high performer,
That's fine.
do you care?
No.
So it all comes down to performance as on some level, what you will allow. And at the end of the day, if that person's in sales and they're killing it, keg stand. Hell, I might get them a keg stand. Like, let's do a
There's
bit.
nothing wrong with it. But if they're out there, when you ask me to quit, I'm thinking like I'm looking for people that are, if I see someone out there, and I see this all the time,
Yeah.
they get really heavy in politics and then it becomes hate conversations.
That's right.
That's different.
That's different. You can't change anyone's mind over the internet. I think people have not gotten that memo.
Yeah.
Like you'll have a thought and you'll have an opinion, and I'll have an opinion that's absolutely opposite of that. I'll never be able to change your mind over Threads or LinkedIn or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. You have your opinion, and that's good. So I think that people still try. They get on these tools. They try to change people's opinions. It's like, first of all, I don't want to know people that would just change their opinions that easily based on somebody else's, fake Twitter account.
Yeah. No.
So anyway. let me give you another story. So that's the workplace culture. A laid-off employee posted about experiencing silence office culture after moving between companies. The employee described joining a workplace where they rarely talk, rarely ate together, collaborated informally, or developed relationships. This was on HR Kathka, KATHA.com. And so it was fascinating because it kind of gets down to the individual, right? People say they want culture, but what they really want is the culture that they want. They want a preferred culture. Mm-hmm. And so are we building culture for employees or for ourselves? So the question I have for you is, when does a quiet workplace become lonely, and when does it become productive? Because you and I work differently, and there's times in which we might not talk for a day or two because you got your heads down and you're doing stuff. I got my head down, I'm doing stuff, and there's no need. But I think for some people, they like the interaction. That would be that quiet culture or quiet points in culture that would actually drive them crazy.
This episode is brought to you by Fox One. Watch all 104 matches of the FIFA World Cup live in 4K for just $19.99 a month with 3 days free. Build your own multi-view, choose up to 3 streams, and follow player spotlights. Stay on top of every moment with live stats, highlights, and instant replays. The FIFA World Cup, streaming live on Fox One. Offers are subject to change. See fox.com for complete terms and conditions.
Yeah, then don't work there.
See, that's the thing. How do you tell people in advance? Like this gets back to recruiting.
Well, it's kind of like Amazon, right? Amazon, they're not shy. Well, at least, I don't know anymore, but at the time, they weren't shy. Like, if you come here, this is the work that you're going. If you're not going to if you don't want to work, not in UPS, same thing. If you don't want to work at 8 o'clock, come in at 6 o'clock in the morning, load the truck, get in the truck, drive all afternoon, come back, unload and load again, and then go back out. And then maybe take some lunch on the road.
Yeah, don't show
come
up
here.
Don't
if you don't want to do that. And so if you're people complain about Amazon all the time. They drive people into the ground, but that's what
the
they
job.
tell you the job is. So don't work there. You chose it.
I think the thing is especially in employer branding, the more you tell the truth about what's actually the culture, not an aspiring culture, but like what is actually the culture. Amazon, again, another example, their executive leadership, Bezos is famous for saying this 20-something years ago. I want the investment banking culture, Wall Street's investment banking culture. You're going to work 100 hours. There's no such thing as work-life balance. I don't really care about your kids or their parties or any of that other stuff. Like, it's value. Are you adding value every moment of every day? And meritocracy.
Yeah,
best idea wins, that type of stuff.
and you know what? Most of the people that work there want to work there.
That's right.
Like you
They
don't
signed up
work.
for that.
We brought up Enterprise Rent-A-Car earlier. You don't come out of college and work at Enterprise Rent-A-Car to wash cars in a suit. You go there because you know they have a history of developing young people into managers, into running. When you're a manager at Enterprise, depending on your branch, you're running 200 cars at a location. I mean, just do the math. I mean, that's millions of dollars of inventory, and you're 22 years old.
Yep.
And you're responsible for the books. You're responsible for everything. And also the people,
Yep.
right? And the customers. And so but you start out washing cars in suits. And it's not to say you got to take your licks. It's so you actually learn the business. And so,
That's right.
but you don't take that job unless you actually know. And they don't hide it, right? Now, some companies will paint this rosy picture of what they believe the culture, what the world wants the culture to be.
What they want, it's aspirational, right? What they want the culture to be is, pick your favorite words, your trigger words, high integrity. Well, we aspire for high integrity or high candor, any of the words.
Yeah.
But we're not quite there yet.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The branding team wants this and all of this. The founder
100%.
of the company,
100%.
like you're not going to – you can paint Amazon or pick any company. I'll use Connexa. Like we did a lot – I mean, they're back here, right? Like they're still sitting there. I love them, but that's not what the company was founded on. That's what branding created. That's what the customers kind of wanted to see. That's the story they told to sell. But that wasn't the brand. Like if you were working in Connexa, you saw like it was a workhorse of a place, and it was really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed my time there, but it wasn't what's on those papers. Like, that's not the case.
I remember that a period of Connexus history where it was more or less a work hard, play hard culture.
You don't have a chair unless you do certain placements. When I went in the interview there, the guy that I ended up working for, he literally had a folding table and a chair. And I thought in my initial interview, I'm thinking, well, that kind of sucks. Like you're running the whole floor. But then the other managers had desks and stuff. Yeah. But I got it. And I was like, you know what? I actually like that. I actually think that's pretty cool. I'm going to go earn that.
Gotta go earn it.
And I did, and I went. It was the weirdest thing, but I just kind of fell into that culture. And Connexa was a great company. It was a great company and probably still would be if IBM didn't fuck it up. But, all right.
100%.
So I got one here. I'm just going to ask you this question because I know you're not going to like my response because –
Sure.
So a software engineer received a religious accommodation for from her employer, allowing her to opt out of using AI tools at work. So I found this one on Gizmodo. Interesting to me. She's a software developer. This happened. So this context. This happened last year, I believe.
Right.
But it's now being resurfaced because of everything with the Pope and all of this stuff with his thoughts on AI and so now this is becoming more prevalent in the workplace where people are requesting to be exempted from using AI. And my thought is this: you'll know the religious tie better than me.
Sure.
I'm not going to get that. However, is it just because they don't want to, or they feel like if they're using AI, they're succumbing to AI as a developer or anybody and saying, I can no longer do my job and this way I get security? When I'm looking at it as, you don't have to fucking use it. You're just not going to have a job because the company has passed you. My thoughts, I don't know. I don't see the religious tie to it. This isn't like going to lunch and not having certain types of food.
Yeah, I think the thing is there is one of the 10 commandments. I'm trying to figure out the one it is that you don't put any God above God. And the way that people worship AI is tantamount to how people worship a God.
Oh, come on. That's a stretch.
No, it's really not. I mean, that's the thing. I think that really what's going on, especially in this particular case, is they just don't want to use AI. They don't want to be included in using AI. So really they're using whatever reason to get an accommodation.
Yeah.
And they're hiding behind religion. I think again, every religion has zealotry. So whether or not you're Protestant or Catholic or whatever, pick a faith, an organized religion, you have people on the edges, on both sides. You have people that are barely Catholic, and you have people that are that take it too far. They're zealots. And so I think that in zealotry or extremism in those cases, they're going to look at this as a threat, because why go to church when I can just chat GPT it? Like I can, yeah.
Google it too.
Yeah, but Google, yes, Galaxy is making that a little bit better, but like Claude and ChatGPT are so far advanced. Like I could ask a really, really, really deep question about the Bible,
Sure.
and then from whatever perspective, Protestant, Catholic, whatever, get a perspective. And like that could replace, like, why go to confession? Why would I go to a confession, which is, it's important as a Catholic.
There. Whatever you say in confession is between you and
right.
And
well,
confession.
And whatever you say in ChatGPT is between you and ChatGPT
until you're brought up on charges and they go in and they start searching your shit.
Right, but that's your search history too. So like my point is I don't see it from a religious perspective. I think the person just doesn't want to be included in using AI, and this is an excuse.
Yeah, and I don't think this secures her job at all.
Oh, I think it's worse. I think it actually puts her behind.
Absolutely.
The people, here's one of those deals. Your peers will outpace you.
Absolutely.
The longer you avoid AI, they will outpace you.
Yeah, here's what I think happens next with this person or somebody. They're going to get outpaced very quickly, and they're not going to be a performer.
Right.
The lawsuit will be, well, no, she has the accommodation. She doesn't need to actually perform at this level. She's performing at the human level. Especially at a private company. That ship's not going. I'm just saying now that
just not going to sail.
Making accommodations.
First of all, I don't know why you'd ever make that accommodation, unless they were a high performer. I mean, someone says I don't want to use AI because it's against my religion. It's like, then get the fuck out.
Yeah. This wasn't like a court issued or anything. This is just the employer accommodating.
Dude, it sounds. I'm not guessing that this was in California, but I believe this without knowing anything about this particular thing. I guarantee this happened in California.
Either way, I don't know. We'll have to see what the audience thinks. So
because someone asked for an accommodation doesn't mean you have to grant that accommodation.
Yeah, we're not spinning the wheel this week.
However,
no, we're not spinning. We're going to spin it next week. However, sign up for the wheel because I don't know if you can see. I can see your reflection. Look at that.
That's
you
nice.
See your reflection? I can see your reflection. But you can win. There's $150 on here.
You don't have that dollar. You don't have the dollar one on there, do you?
And $1 right there.
So wrong.
This is the candy wheel. Sign up for the candy wheel, and we'll pull your name.
And it's gift cards, so like you can use it.
All gift cards.
Yeah.
You
can use it to treat yourself.
Yeah, treat yourself to a mani pedi, something.
Anything.
Get yourself a haircut.
Get yourself something.
All right, so we're going to be, by the time this comes out, or when this comes out, we're going to be over at SHRM.
We are.
SHRM Annual. If you're at SHRM Annual, this will come out, and then we'll literally be there like that next day. So if you're listening to this on the plane, we hear you. Thank you.
Slide by.
Come stop by the iSolved booth. I forget the booth number. We'll have to look it up real quick. But stop by the iSolved booth. We are recording the Heroes of HR podcast live in the booth, and it's going to be pretty awesome.
I think it's 4319, but it's super easy to find booths at a conference. Yeah. The SHRM on the app, you just go to the expo, And then you type in the company name and it'll tell you the booth.
Yeah,
So,
it is booth 4319.
that's what I said.
Is that what you said?
That's what I said, baby.
Look at you. We'll play the tape back and make sure.
Passion
you hear
fruit?
that.
No, I
Yeah,
I don't have to lie.
that's fantastic.
I don't
All right,
have to lie.
we're all done today. So
We
thank you all
are.
for listening.
Great show.
Yeah, thank you all for listening. Sign up, get the newsletter, sign up and sign up for the wheel. So you'll see it
Yeah.
on the website. Just go
That's right.
and click through. You'll get an email and sign up, and maybe we pull your name.